Hey guys, welcome back to our Pinescript video tutorial series, and today in this video we're gonna talk about how you can assign strings to an identifier. Okay, and we're gonna go over some examples. We're gonna see some good examples and some bad examples, and how you can, even if you want to use those bad example scenarios or bad strings, there is a way that you can use them, and we're going to see what happens to numbers when we put them inside a string. So before starting the video, I would encourage you to subscribe to our channel so that you can get our upcoming video updates about Pinescript and price action in Forex. So let's get started. Here I am in Tradingview and in the Pine editor, and first of all, let's see what a string is. Basically, a string is anything that consists of numbers or characters put inside the double quotation mark. Basically, defines some things in the form of sentence or characters. Those sentences can also contain numbers, and mainly they will be comprised of characters, but they can contain numbers. Okay, so here's a way you can use strings to assign them to an identifier. You can use a single quotation mark on both sides before the string starts and at the end of string, and assign it to identifier. And you can also use double quotation mark. Okay, so both of these will work fine. Now let's see how you can enclose a string within a double quotation mark. A string enclosed within a double quotation mark may contain any number of single quotation marks and vice versa. Okay, so let's see what this means. So here we have a string which is enclosed inside double quotation marks. Now this string which we have inside this double quotation mark can contain any number of single quotation marks. It will not give us any error. Okay, and same goes for single quotation mark. When we have any string enclosed within a single quotation mark, it can contain any number of double quotation marks and it will not give you any error. Okay, now let's see some bad examples of how you can assign a string. So let me uncomment this, and this is basically a bad example because what we have done is we have put a single quotation inside a string which is enclosed in single quotation. That's not possible in Pinescript. So if I save it, it's going to give me an error. Okay, and you can see it gave us an error on line 21. So that's a bad example, and we're going to see how you can fix that as well. So let me comment this again, and let me uncomment this again. Same goes for this. When I save it, it's gonna give me an error. Okay, so the reason again for this is inside the double quotation marks we cannot contain any more double quotations. We can only use single quotations inside double quoted string. Okay, so I'm gonna comment this again, and now let's see how you can fix these bad strings. So here I have a fixed string in which we can use the backslash in order to use a double quotation inside double quotation. And we can also see here that how you can use the double quotation inside. Like if you wanted to use a string inside a string and put a string inside a string, you can do this. Okay, so I'm gonna save it and it's gonna save without any error. Now let's talk about numbers. What happens to numbers when you assign them to a string? So when we put a number inside a string, what happens to it is it will also be converted into a string. So this one and this one, both of them are numbers. Even if we look at them individually, this one is basically a string number and this is basically a string float, but they will be character as a normal string. Okay, even though it contains a number and this one contains a float. So I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please comment down below and I would love to answer them. You can also visit our Pinescript tutorial series in order to learn Pinescript in depth. So see you guys in the next video. Thank you.